So if you are watching this, your dopamine levels are probably fucked. Literally fucked. And I don't blame you for it. It's very hard to resist all the instant gratification that this modern age offers. But it's very not good for your physical and mental health. And the root of this video is that I actually was in this stage where I was indulging myself with all this instant gratification stuff, and the dopamine spikes were horrible. I was actually in a point where I really did not like life. I had suicidal thoughts, and that is not good. I actually even had a plan for that. And if you're in a stage where you have a plan how to commit suicide, that's not good. That is very not good. And so the main reason I'm making this video is to help you guys somehow. If you are now, tell me, when is the last time you actually enjoyed life? Like actually enjoyed it? Not those, I'm not talking about playing a video game or being out with a friend. No, when is the last time you actually simply told yourself that you love life? I don't know, you, for example, were just walking outside and you just got this smile on your face, and in your head you told yourself, man, I love life. When is the last time that you actually enjoyed being alive? Don't lie to yourself. There's no need to do that. If you tell a lie, you're only lying to yourself, so please be honest. Now, I bet you either said you don't remember, or you said that the last time you enjoyed life was when you were a kid. Now, a lot of people say that, yeah, of course, children enjoy life more, but have you ever wondered why? So you watching this probably play video games, of course, and have some bad habits and are doing a lot of instant gratification stuff. And you can imagine your dopamine levels is this. I believe I've explained what dopamine is. If not, dopamine is basically a hormone that makes you want and do things. It basically gives you the motivation to do something. If you didn't have it, you would, I don't know, die of thirst, because you wouldn't want to drink. You wouldn't have the something motivating you to go and drink. And so you could imagine this as the baseline of your dopamine. When you do something, some instant gratification stuff, for example playing video games, there goes this spike. You enjoy it, you really love it, oh, you want the game, it goes up. And now it's, for example, 11 p.m. and you just think to yourself, okay, alright, enough for today, I'm going to sleep. And now the dopamine drops drastically, but it doesn't go up and stays here. No, it goes below and forms a new baseline lower. So as a kid, when you enjoyed just being outside, just taking the, I don't know how you call it, the colorful the thing that you are just draw on the ground. Yeah, that you loved that, didn't you? Well, as a kid, your dopamine levels are up here. As you grow and you discover all this stuff that this modern day age offers, your baseline just drops throughout these spikes, just here. And you, for the first time, let's say you play games, okay, and the dopamine is so high, but also the higher it is, the lower it drops. And that's the problem. That's why you don't enjoy life anymore. Have you ever been to your friend's house and he just said, "Hey bro, let's play some games." You are playing, but then have you ever looked at yourself or him? Neither of you were smiling, were you? You were probably just like with the controller and were like, you didn't even enjoy that much. That's the problem of today's instant gratification stuff and all of that. And so, how to actually solve that and love life again? What I'm what I would most recommend would be dopamine detox. I'm actually myself on dopamine detox right now. And what is that? Well, as the name indicates, it's detox from dopamine. And it basically restarts your dopamine levels. And so, how to do that? So, for the next 7 days, I want you to do the following. Limit your screen time to maximum of an hour a day. I don't know, what would you do with the hour? I know most of you probably have an average of 4 hours a day on phone. I don't know what the hell do you even do on that phone, but maximum of 1 hour a day. I myself have a workout plan on the phone, so that's the hour I spend on, and then just leave it in some other room in case someone would call me, and that's the only thing I use my phone for these days. The other thing I would recommend you is no snacking, no candy, no, I don't know, no cheeseburgers, no fast, just no processed food, only eat whole food. So that's the number 2. You don't snack, don't just eat, no sugars, okay? Number 3 would be no video games, like no video games at all. When I was talking about the screen time, I was referring to phone, all right? But you, but about computer, I myself use it for work and learning and stuff. So computer is probably very important. But when you're on the computer, no video games and no social media, no YouTube, nothing. All right? And one of the last things that I want you to do would be indulge yourself in delayed gratification stuff, such as reading books, working out, journaling, learning, or working towards your goal. So you have this list of the things that I want you to do for the next following 7 days. All right, for the following next 7 days. And one bonus thing is no porn and masturbation. None of that. That's a horrible thing. So don't do that. For the next 7 days, don't do any of this. So this is how do you call whatever. Yeah, these things are non-negotiable. You do not do these. And if you are in a very bad stage, you could probably add here on the bottom no alcohol or no weed. Those are also bad things. So that's that. Another thing to help you love life again and enjoy the little things that life has to offer, such as just walking outside, breathing in the fresh air, and just smiling because you love to be, is finding your purpose and working towards it. Now, you probably are familiar with the word purpose if you are interested in this self-improvement stuff. But you may also have questions such as, what it actually is, or how do you find your purpose? Well, generally it's not hard at all. It basically depends on you what you want to do with your life. But if you can't decide what you want to do, I want you to do the following with me. I want you to grab a paper, plain paper, just whatever you can write on, okay? And I want you to grab a pen. So paper and pen. You must have these right now. Don't say to yourself, I'll do it after. Just grab these two things and come and do the following with me. So what I want you to do is grab the pen and write, let's say, 10 things you would 10 things you would want to accomplish by the end of this year. So 10 things you would want to accomplish by the end of 2023. Now don't stop the video, just write it with me. I'm gonna write as well. It doesn't have to be necessarily 10 things, just write more, just write 5 or more. I already have 4. I don't know about you. Alright, if you have more than 3, that's awesome, but at least 5 would be great. I have 5 right now. Check, I have 5. And what I want you to do now is grab the pen, alright, and circle 3 most important things that you've got on this list. 3 most important, like the biggest ones you actually want to accomplish. And now I want you to just scribble all over the other ones. Okay, just delete them. We don't want these. And now you should have 3 circled goals that you want to do or you want to accomplish by the end of this year. And that's your purpose now. I want you to work towards these and accomplish them by the end of the year. None other than these 3. You have nothing to worry about. I don't know if it's, let's say, get all good grades, then that's a goal and you should work towards that and towards nothing else. What's actually stopping us from success and all this stuff is working on too much stuff or working on stuff that doesn't actually matter, such as I don't know, you would say I want to start a business, but you would just never start it because you would say to yourself, man, I don't have enough knowledge to start, for example. And so you're working towards something that doesn't really matter and you never get there, and then you're just not happy, right? So that's another thing, having purpose. Now you have these 3 circled goals, and I want you to grab the paper from other side and write the goals, and from them write the plan. Like you have, for example, start a business, and so you would write step 1, learn learn how to make a website. Okay, step number 2, make ads. Step number 3, sell. That's your plan for you. And the same with the 3 other. And I want you to have the plan and fulfill those tasks. Like that, you will actually, in a year's time, accomplish. You may not accomplish all of them, or neither of them, but you'll be much further than anybody else. And I can tell you, if someone would just for a week or for a month after doing this stuff, just lock you in a room for a few hours, you would literally just sit there with a smile on your face because you know what you've accomplished. You'd be happy that you did something with your life. The next thing would be find or do something that fulfills you. For example, these goals that I just discussed, that would be a great thing to work towards if you don't have anything to do. If you just come home from school and all you do is play games. No, that's not good. You have these goals and you work towards them. And if you didn't write anything, which you're a lazy motherfucker if you haven't wrote anything. If you didn't do this, if you haven't done this, then what the fuck? Why even are you here? Alright? If you haven't wrote this, I offer you another chance, okay? If you haven't wrote anything, then I want you to start working out. Now, as I explained, delayed gratification. Oh, I haven't explained. Okay. The instant gratification stuff, as I said, is you got the dopamine spike and then it drops below. Delayed gratification is, for example, you would come to the gym, right? You have wrote on this that my goal is to lose fat, right? That's a great goal. And so you come to the gym and you pick up those weights. Damn, they're heavy. Man, I really don't like this. And then afterwards, like this is the dopamine level, you lifting. You really think to yourself, God damn, this is heavy. Why does it hurt? Blah 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 blah. So the dopamine goes below. But after you go to the locker room and look at yourself in the mirror, your dopamine will go up and create a new baseline up here. You'll be happy, that you put in the work. Like I personally say to myself whenever I don't want to, I don't know, work out or learn something or work on my business, I tell to myself that at the end of the day, I've never regret doing any of these. I've never regret working out. I've never regret reading a book. But for example, masturbating, you want in the evening. And I believe you've experienced this. The moment you've finished, you just feel depressed and don't have any will to go on with life, so you probably even might cry yourself to sleep. Yeah, that's the possibility. And so the last thing I would recommend you would be monk mode. If you don't know what that is, I would not be surprised. Monk mode is basically for, let's say, half a year, you do these 3 non-negotiable things. So the first thing is 10 minutes of meditation a day. 10 minutes of meditation a day. I would recommend doing that in evening before you go to sleep. The next one is at least 30 minutes of working out a day. And the third one is no alcohol, no weed, and no porn. So the three non-negotiable things that you're gonna do for the next half year. You can add something. For example, you could add there, read 20 pages a day, or 3 hours of deep work. But these three are the basic non-negotiable things that you will do for next half a year. And I guarantee you that if you do this, and you will not miss out any day, you will accomplish whatever you want to do with your life. And the best thing you can do is start off with the dopamine detox, which I talked about earlier, which for a week you just get rid of all of the things that rise your dopamine, and then you start with the monk mode for half a year, and you combine that with working towards your purpose. As I said, you can add to the monk mode, for example, 3 hours or 2 hours of deep work a day. For example, towards, I don't know, if you have a goal to start a business. So another point you're gonna add to the monk mode would be work on my business, or outreach for at least 20 people. And that way I guarantee you 100% you are going to love your life again, because you will know the amount of work you've put in, and you will be proud of yourself. And trust me, God is watching, and you will also feel lucky, just because you aren't gonna be lazy anymore. God is actually gonna grant you luck. So some random things are gonna be going your way. Trust me. And you just will feel the difference. Let's say after half a month, you will feel the difference. And with the meditation in the monk mode, for the first, let's say, 10 days, you won't feel anything. But after that, you'll feel much calmer, and your mind will be much more clear, and you'll know what you want to do. And overthinking, if you have problem with that, there'll be no more of that. That's also a great thing. And just, if you combine all these things I've talked about today, your life will improve drastically. And so it's time for the motivational quote that's on every end of the video. So, a man without the purpose will suffocate himself with meaningless pleasure. Mwah.